Hello, everyone. I hope my people are doing fine today. I hope everyone is doing well. Now, listen, here is my reasoning for why I believe closure, the concept of closure, is ego driven. Now, I was watching a program yesterday, and there was this young lady who was recounting her experiences with her ex. And during her interaction, she was, speaking on how things were in their relationship. I think they had a 10-year relationship. They weren't married. I think they had a child, and he was not nice to her. He was kind of abusive. He was neglectful, emotionally unavailable. And he just, throughout the time that they were together, he exhibited derelict tendencies. You understand? Their relationship was not what she expected it to be. However, she still sought closure. And there she was. He was sitting, they were sitting across from each other. And he was then saying to her, she spoke her piece. And then it was his turn to speak on what went on, what went wrong, or what he thought went wrong. And he then started to tell her that, she wasn't there. She should have been there more for him emotionally. And he thought that there were other things that she could have done to make his life better. You're hearing the pathetic explanation as to why he treated this woman poorly. And he continued to put everything on her. There was no evidence that this guy took responsibility or accountability for his part in the relationship. And she sat there, you could see her face. She was visibly distressed. And then he said to her, I'm now married. And I remember her saying, while she was recounting her experiences, she was saying that, he never wants to get married. And they had a child, and she would always ask him, why are we not married? We have a child, so I don't think that I want to pursue this relationship like this for much longer. And let me just say this, she's the one who ended the relationship. He did not. And that is where the contradiction comes in for me. Because if you end a relationship, why do you care about closure? Closure, people, is what you see. This is my opinion. Closure. No one really runs away from a good relationship. No one really runs away from something that makes them feel good about themselves, secured, worthy, appreciated. No one does that. So if you are not feeling those things and you reach a point where you believe that the only way you can feel whole and stay, in a certain realm, you have to leave, then it tells you that is it. Those are the decisions you have to make. And that is closure. If someone is not showing up for you in a way that you desire, then that is it. What more do you want? There he was sitting, berating her, telling her of all of her shortcomings in his in his mind. These are the things that he thought that she could have possessed, and the qualities that were lacking. And she was distraught. And I do believe, that is why I always say some of us are masochistic. I believe it comes from a detachment of the psyche from triggers that might be detrimental to us. That is a fair assessment, I do believe. The high tolerance for pain is uncanny. We are not supposed to put ourselves through this. If someone moves on, and I believe he's now married, like I said. So this is enough. This should be enough, people. But it comes from you. It comes from you believing that you're worthy. It comes from you believing that closure is enough, but someone not treating you well and you moving on. There is nothing else you want to know. You don't want to know. And that is why I say, okay, it's ego driven. Because if you want to know what he looks like or what she looks like, what is their profession, where do they live, am I better than them, or is the person better than me? That is just because you are so self-indulgent. Listen, it is enough for me if someone portrays or exhibits emotionally unavailable traits. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that anyone was born emotionally unavailable. That is a conscious decision. That is a conscious choice someone makes to detach themselves from someone or from a situation. And I will not allow myself to be drawn into something that depletes me, and also defeats the purpose of having a relationship, of being in a romantic relationship. It is just how sometimes we have to understand that I don't believe people are meant to be together forever. For those people who would have stayed in relationships for a very long time, kudos to them. But maybe as human beings, we were created to just be with someone. If it does not work, we move on every, how many years or whatever, and we need to just see things for what they are. I believe that I'm an acquired taste for some people, like everyone else. Someone might like you for everything that you are, and then there will be that person who has a problem with everything that you are. So we have to understand that and stop putting our egos ahead of reality. People can do these things. You can be rejected. It is not an indictment on you. It may call for you to do some self-reflection, but it's not an indictment on you. And if these are things that you believe that you're being rejected for, that you strongly believe, and someone cannot attain, or someone refuses to even meet you halfway, well, then you're not meant to be together. You're not. So closure and wanting to know why, okay, everybody's different, but that is kind of like, for me, it's you reliving the torture and you reliving the pain, and I don't believe that is healthy. So my people, we have to learn to accept that there will be times and there will be people who will reject us for whatever reason. You have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself and put that energy out there. It is okay if someone else does not feel the same way about you. And if you believe that that is not being reciprocated, move on. Closure is moving on. Closure is what you see. Someone not showing up for you when you most need them. That is closure. That is enough. Evidence is closure. So stop putting it on the other person and saying, okay, don't put your power in someone else's hand, saying, okay, if I don't get closure, I will never be able to move on. That is giving your power to someone and stopping your progress, stopping you from progressing to the next level. And the what ifs are sometimes the things that we should explore, because the what ifs might be what we need at that point in our lives. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. Don't be too hard on yourself. Accept your reality, because the worst thing is for you to create your own reality and be, believe that, oh, this should not happen to me. Sometimes those things are okay for you to, it's human for you to actually question, why not me? Okay, or why me? Why not you? Why not you? So as usual, thank you so much for being here with me. You could have been doing something else. Please like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to the all notifications. And please comment. Thank you so much. Stay safe and be self-aware.